Pick a card. What do they love about you? Here are your options, and I'll see you at your reading.
Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 1. If you're new here, I hope that you find something that's helpful or encouraging. And for those of you guys that are indeed my repeat offenders, I am ever so grateful. My babies, thank you so much. You hold a very, very special place in my heart. So today we're going to be reading about what do they love about you. Let's light some incense for additional good juju. It's been a very heavy time, I think, in the world for many of us. I'm all just kidding. I don't smoke. But that's amber, by the way, in case anybody was interested. All right. So what do they love about you? Pile number 1. What do they love about my pile number 1? Okay. Wow. First 2 cards that come out, King of Swords and Le Magician. So you're highly intelligent. I feel like all of you guys on my channel, you're highly intelligent. You may not think so, but you're very, very developed. You have critical thinking. You could be like a great chess player. Even if you don't play chess, I feel like the way that you draw to your conclusions are really quick, precise, concise. You don't tend to mess around. And also with the Magician, this tells me that you're incredibly skilled. I love this for you. That you have la passion, that you have the fire, that you have the mental wherewithal, that you have the emotional sensitivity to be able to make things happen. And that you're very pragmatic. You approach things in a very practical manner. And look at all this blue. There could be something to do with like the way that you speak. Maybe people love the way that you speak, the way that you vocalize. Maybe you sing. Even I don't care if you sing in the shower, if you sing in the car, whatever. It could be one of those things where people simply like the way that you speak. Okay. Pile number 1. What do they love about you? We have the Queen of Cups. You're very empathic. Pile number 1, you are my group that you can walk into any place and you're going to suss out what's really going on in the entire place. You're going to know who's in a good mood, who's been in a fight. You're going to intuitively know all of these things. And people love this about you. And now, this is, what is this called? The Crybaby Tarot. I still think it has to do with Melanie Martinez, but I could be wrong. It's just that I haven't found anything online to kind of verify that. Anyways, I'm noticing her hair, right? It's like 2 different colors. And so maybe you could have a, what do they call it? Bailage or something like that, the bailage, or they could simply like the way that you wear your hair. There could be something to do with that. What they love about you, pile number 1. Also, I get that you're very sensitive. That would make sense with the cup suit being present here. Oh my gosh, look who shows up to the party, le devil. Okay, so I feel like what this is stating is that what they love about you, pile number 1, is that you're incredibly smexy, that you are, and before you say no and argue with me, first of all, you can't argue with me. My channel, just kidding. Not about how you look and how people find you sexy, okay? You could, I don't know, be part of the parade. You could like parades. You could be a little bit showy. You could be, this is Capricorn energy, hard worker. But I feel like most of all the vibes I'm getting from this is that you're incredibly sexy. And also that you can put on a front. Oh my gosh, you make it rain because there's money coming down on this. What? Shout out to my midnight ballerinas. What's up? I'm too old for that now. But once upon a lifetime, I would have been like, what, sister? Well, I guess I could be like big sister. But anyways, I feel like also what they love about you is that you make it rain. And what I get from that is, I realize a lot of people are not, you know, midnight ballerinas on my channel. And you're all welcome. I don't discriminate. However you make your hard-earned money, let me tell you, it's hard-earned, right? But I feel like it could have something to do with how you work. Maybe your dogged pursuit of, I'm hearing the bag, okay? So it could be that maybe perhaps you have a little obsession. Maybe you're a workaholic. Maybe you are somebody who pursues things in a single-minded manner. But also I'm getting, somebody could like V for Vendetta, because I feel like the mask looks like that too. Now, was he a vigilante? I hate to say it, but I don't really know a lot about that movie. I think I watched it, but I was like, meh, I don't know. It didn't really, not a lot of movies, in all fairness, stick with me. It's like I can rewatch them again and go, towards the end, I'm like, I already saw that. And then I feel cheated, even though I enjoyed my full hour and a half or whatever it was. At the very end, I'm like, Griselle, you already saw that a long time ago. Then I get mad. But anyways, the point of that is that somebody can like V for Vendetta. Your name could start with V. Or maybe perhaps also people could feel like you have a vendetta and they love this about you. Why would they love this about you? Show me a little bit more about that. Show me what I need to see about the devil. The V for Vendetta, that vibe. What's going on here? Strength, yeah. I feel like I heard somebody say enseñando los colmillos. That's showing the fangs, okay? Showing the fangs. And with the strength card, this is, again, alluding to hair. You could have very beautiful hair. You could be very strong. You could have mastered a lot within, like, yourself. Self-mastery is the best mastery, because how are you going to master anything else, in my opinion, right? And it's often the most difficult to master our desires and what we want and things like that, including like the desire for approval and attention, and all of those things are part of it. That's part of the ego talking, right? And I feel like what what they love about you is how you have really mastered these things, that maybe perhaps you're incredibly beautiful, handsome. Also, you could be an incredible protector. You could have a very beautiful stride or swag, like when you're walking, right? People could actually just really notice you based on like your walk. Something about the way that you kiss. Okay, they love the way that you kiss. I'm not going to go beyond that. Pile number one. We have the Three of Pentacles right here present. Three of Pentacles talks to me about collaboration, cooperation, and perhaps people love the way that your mind works, because we opened up, right, with mental agility with the King of Swords right here. That's why I'm looking over here at it. And we opened up with the King of Swords, and it really helps me to see. I feel like what people love about thee is that you have this way of like connecting. It's like beyond Connect 4. You're like, 4 is good, but Connect 3 is like collaboration. Let's go with that for now. And I think that you figure out a way how to connect things that really would not typically go well together, in order to make that bread, in order to make it rain, whatever it is you want to call it, right? I'm all trying to show off my earring. I'm going to be shameless plug right here. Plugging nothing, actually. I'm not selling nothing, but check it out. I haven't worn earrings in forever in a grip, because I keep forgetting that my ears are really actually pierced. They're allergic to everything, but I love my gaudy earrings. So what they love about you is maybe you listen, okay? The way that you listen, the way that you hear. Can you hear me? Look at the ear right here of this beautiful creature, this lion. And so it could be like maybe people love your jewelry, your ear jewelry, and some have like over the bridge like that. And some actually, like in India, they have, I shouldn't say exclusively India, but mostly they have the beautiful jewelry where it goes from the nose all the way to the ear. And I absolutely love it. I'm enthralled by it. I don't know what it's called. If y'all know, let me know. But moving on, also, there's something about the way that you stare. It's almost like a predatory stare, because now I just happen to glance down and I'm looking. This doesn't translate well, but I'm looking at the eyeball of this lion, and it's very fixated, very like riveted, like I'm gonna get you. Or what the hell are you doing with my mouth? For this girl right here, like, what are you doing with my mouth? I can bite you. So I feel pile number one is like people really feel an air of luxury about you, but also a sense of danger, a little bit like you're edgy, okay? That at any moment you can pop off, but they don't really know what can set you off, and that's part of the thrill of being around you. And that's part of what they love about you. Also, I feel like you're great arm candy. We've talked about this before on my channel. So pile number one, I definitely feel like what they love about you is that you present well. It's like when you're walking around with your friends, your significant other, or whoever we're talking about right here, right? I feel like what they love about you is that you're great arm candy. When you walk in, people turn around, they get riveted on you, they want to lock eyes with you, and yet you're with this other person, these people, or whatever, this group, right? I feel like you give great stage presence and you lend great credibility to other people simply by your presence. Now, why this would be, we're just talking about appearances initially. Well, I don't know, right? That would be individual. If you want more details, you can hit me up for an individual reading. I have a $25 reading for one question, and it's pretty extensive, about 15 minutes. And then I have a full reading for $89. Moving on, we have the Empress. So the Empress tells me that you lack for nothing. She's checking out her donut. She's like, what's up? I got me a donut. That's what I got. And everything else is like blooming around her. And she's got a heart right here. And everything is like anchored and butterflies. And this Empress has been all of the queens. I don't care if you're male or female. I don't read for sex. I read for energy, my friend. And so pile number one, I feel like what people love about you is how deep your mind is. The well is on her brain. And yeah, it's incredibly, I heard delicious. Okay. Interesting. Not Silence of the Lambs popping up. Not like that though. But what I heard about it, that it's, your brain is delicious. The way that you process things, the way that you ruminate, the way that you create things. And what I'm getting creating also, you could be a creator. You guys could have a channel. You could have a page where you sell things. You could have like a beauty shop, or you could be like a barber or a cosmetologist, whatever, right? All the things. The Empress, yeah. It's like you could be the quintessential mother. You could have mother energy. Even if you are a guy. My guy, let me tell you that I love me a guy who can nurture, who can make me feel safe, who can make me feel welcome and comfortable and cozy. I love those mothering qualities in a man as well. So, moving on. What is that? Okay. I just got a notification from next door. Pile number one, what do they love about you? Maybe they love that you live next door. And again, it's a little bit like, ooh, it's pile number one doing. Exclusivity and the Six of Cups. We're ending a reading with people have a lot of fond memories about you. They feel a certain kind of a way. And the Six of Cups isn't just like, oh yeah, remember that guy from way back when that used to live on our street or our building or our block or whatever? I remember that kid that we used to go to school with. No, this is like long memory. This is like, I get you. I have a fondness. Do you remember when, like, I gave you a pencil and it declared my love for you? And we were just in grade school, and remember how everybody else was upset and da-da-da. Or remember when we had our first kiss? People really remember you from way back when. And this could be romantic. It's feeling romantic, but that's what they love about you. But I also feel like you have a lot of friends who you connected deeply with. With that mind being a well, I feel like it is safe to say that your heart is an incredible well as well. There's a lot, well as well. There's a lot of depth to you. You're not for the shallow. I feel like you're a straight shooter. You could be very intense. You could be scorpionic. I'm getting that for sure. Okay, for real. Last card, 10 of Cups. Listen, my friend. What people love about you is how you're really all-inclusive. When you say you're all in, you're all in. And until then, there ain't nothing much to be said about nothing because you're not committed, right? But I feel like when you enter a situation, people love that you enter it and you're like, you know what, I'm going to go to the barbecue. I'm going to go to the cookout. I'm going to go to and I'm going to bring this. And they know that you're going to be there and you're going to be on time. You might be early and you might be, helping. I heard throwing hands. Hopefully not. Maybe you're a little bit feisty. Maybe you're like not afraid to throw hands and you're not afraid to kind of like bring it to the table if somebody brings it to you. Pile number one, I definitely feel like you stand for a cause, okay? I feel like you stand for a cause and you're very powerful and vocal about it. So I think that these are all things that we love about you. Again, with the Ten of Cups, I get not only like family, but I get emotional reciprocal energy. I get peace. I feel like you're people's peace. I feel like you're I don't know, you could be a caretaker as well. And I'm seeing stars right there too. So you could be really drawn to like stars, figures of stars, or like legit looking at the sky, right? And butterflies. You could be noticing a lot of butterflies, a lot of changes going through you and with you. And also, I feel like you could feel spirit very near. And you could be somebody, not to scare anybody, but you could be somebody who you could feel like when somebody's going to cross over, or you can get that gut feeling, that intuition that somebody's going to cross over soon. So if that doesn't fit, then please don't take it. Just take only messages that fit. These are general. Again, if you're expecting something more on target with you, more than 80%, check my details below. And if you'd like to donate, same thing. Much, much love. Until next time, namaste.
Okay.
Welcome, welcome. My name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 2. If you're new here, I hope that you find something that's helpful or encouraging. And for those of you guys that are indeed my repeat offenders, my babies, I'm ever so grateful. Thank you so much for being here, for your love, your comments. Thank you so much for your orders, all the things. So pile number 2, what do they love about you? I thought this might be a kind of a fun read, so let's get to it. What do they love about you? We're going to take 2 cards because we can. Okay, well, the Ace of Swords, you could be coming from pile number 1. I'm just going to say it. The way that you communicate, your intelligence, the way that you cut through the BS, friend. And also I'm noticing the heart right at the, is it the hilt? I don't know, the helm? I don't know. The very base of the sword. I got to be really careful because then my brain goes left and dirty and it's not good. But listen. Pile number 2. Usually it's pile number 3 that are my troublemakers. Don't you guys start too, okay? Don't start. Energetically, don't start. But I feel like the way that you cut through the BS, the way that you see people behind their actions, behind their facades and things like that, it's like ice cream. Because now I'm looking down here, it looks like an ice cream cone holding a sword, right? And I feel like you do it with like heart, with love, with like compassion, right? I feel like you're not a biatch. I mean, you could be perceived that way. We're going to get into it. We don't know just yet. But what people love about you is just how quick you are with it. Like if somebody comes towards you, you have a rapid response. Then you have cooperation, just the way that you collaborate, the way that you have this ability to blend and merge your energy with other people. I feel like pile number 2, you could definitely be main character, but you don't take center stage. You're kind of like, yeah, I'm here to support. I'm a supportive role. I'm here, you know, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? And honestly, like for all my life, I've been more comfortable in that role than like main character role. Including work, including all the things. So I'm like, what do you need? I don't need to be the boss. What do you need? Okay, done. What do you need? Done. But I feel like you're somebody who you can definitely take center stage easily when you want to, if you want to. And also I'm hearing if you have to. Now, pile number 2, I feel also what they love about you is that you're the one that people run to in a crisis. Like you are so sharp and astute and you're to the point, okay, this needs to be done, that needs to be done, that needs to be done. Like even though you want to take, you don't want to take center stage per se, some of you guys, not all of you guys, right? I'm going to say that in a crisis, you're the one that people depend on. When things go south, you're the one that people run to. When things get cloudy, murky, unclear, people come to you for sure. Pile number 2, what do people love about you? We have the 7 of Pentacles and we have the High Priestess. Now, this is interesting. This High Priestess, I guess, I don't know if I ever got her before. I just don't remember noticing. But she's holding her belly, very much like Empress energy, right? And she is looking here, and it's almost like she's looking at what she's invested. And I feel like you wind up treating people accordingly. Like you give your best, right? Foot forward, put your best foot in, put your best foot out. Sorry. Shake it all about. But the high priest says, this is she who knows. You hold a lot of secrets, and within the womb, there is a secret little creature being born, a little baby, a little bambino, a little fetus, right? And I feel like what this is saying, because it's definitely tied to these Seven of Pentacles, it's like you give your very best initially, but you notice that if people are content just to take and not give back, content just to really draw upon your strength, your wisdom, your valor is what I'm hearing. Maybe you guys are really, really brave. Maybe you guys are indeed first responders. I should have called that earlier because I definitely felt it. There could be something to be said about that. Now, you definitely stop and you're very pragmatic. I feel like what they love about you is that you stop and look and reevaluate things, and you will kind of chip away and move things that don't convene. You cut things out of your life that don't work. Yeah, you're definitely, I'm hearing business savvy, but also you don't invest in things that are not for you. Maybe once upon a time you could have done so heavily, and it left you feeling depleted, and it left you feeling sad, and it left you feeling like, you know what though, what am I doing? And it left you feeling a certain way about yourself, right? When people don't give back to us, it's like we feel bad. Now, pile number 2, I'm also hearing that you have this ability to read the subtleties in the room. I think we covered this, but it's even deeper than that. I feel like you have a knowing, like look at how that moon is tied down. Let's see if, excuse my finger in your face for a minute, but see how the moon is like tied up there and tethered between the two pillars. And then we have on top of the pillars, little bunny heads. I love bunnies. I don't know what happened to me this year. A lot has happened to me this year, but, I should show you guys my bunny slippers. Oh my God, I love them so much. Anyways, don't tell nobody, just between you and I, right? But I feel like maybe perhaps you're, creating a lot of abundance. Maybe with this baby being born, it could be real or it could be metaphoric, right? It could be that you are somebody who is digesting life, digesting what it is that you're doing, what your hands are creating, what you're attracting, digesting who is actually really for you and who is team me. Let me just take and not participate. I also am hearing that you're a little bit more of like, it takes a village to raise a child. It's like you understand the concept of like get in where you fit in, that kind of a thing. But also I feel like you understand your role. And for some of you guys, you could be indeed like the matriarch, but I feel like it's even deeper than that. I feel like you're like the village guru. I know this came up in my last 2 readings ago, I think. But I feel like you could be the guru of your friends, of your family, of your neighborhood. I feel like you're largely becoming known for these things, and people are starting to come to you more for that. And I feel like there's an ancestral vibe about it. Like your ancestors are like, yes, this is what we've been wanting. We want to commune. We want to be a village. We want to help the people. We want to be here for humanity. And there could be something very humanitarian about you. Pile number 2. Show me what I need to see. Why do they love thee? What do they love about you? I'm looking at her necklace too. It's like kind of big, gaudy, and chunky. I would totally wear it. You know I would. Maybe you wear chunky jewelry. Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, right? I love this rendition of the Wheel of Fortune. It is the number 10, by the way. So it could be something like, because this almost looks like a watch. So I feel like what they love about you is you're a 10. Well, duh, that was like clear and obvious, Griselle, but you're definitely a 10. You are somebody that the clouds part, that people make way, that even if you think this isn't true, that people make an effort to help you. You're the one that like in the neighborhood that somebody might secretly come over and shovel the driveway for, just to help you out and not even take credit for it. I feel like also you might have a lot of favor from your community. I keep feeling that you could like something about shoes, because I was sharing about my slippers with you, baby doll slippers. She's got baby doll shoes. I don't have baby doll shoes, by the way. Not that why am I sharing? I don't know. But anyways, Mary Jane shoes, that could be a thing for you. I definitely have those. Love them. But also the fact fact that like the hands of time seem to not even touch you. Pile number 2, I definitely feel like you have been graced by the gods, by God, by spirit, by Buddha, by Krishna. I don't know, whatever it is that you believe in, but there's something very youthful about you. But even so, it doesn't relieve or eliminate the intensity that you have. I feel like you are very riveted. And I know this has come up before. And again, keep in mind, friends, if you're hearing kind of the same thing over and over again, the collective is drawn to like a reader. And at different times, we're going to get tired of that reader, and that's okay too. And I get it. You know, obviously myself included. I feel like we're here to be in each other's time and space, and you're going to resonate with certain people for a certain amount of time, and other times you're not, and that's okay too. Pile number 2, I definitely feel like you could be incredibly philosophical. And then I'm looking at this girl in that wheel, and it's like realizing that if you sit in the middle of the wheel, it's going to be less topsy-turvy. It's like you don't get caught up with the turbulence of things around you. And that's another thing that people love about you. It's that you're very balanced, very level-headed, and that helps you really to foster a path for you to go through clearly. We have the 4 of Wands. You know how to establish a firm foundation. Now, this could be business, this could be financial, this could be a friend group, this could be a village, a family, a home. This could be an apartment, a house. Maybe you're somebody who works with like blueprints and structures and architecture and contractors, or you just know how to orchestrate all the things to go well. And I feel like you are somebody that people love for being solid. Again, this is like, I'm going to invite you here, and this person is solid. Also, I feel like when there are events happening in your neighborhood, or in your family, or in your circle of friends, people look for you. It's not the casual, like, oh, let me see if, oh yeah, so-and-so, I saw so-and-so there. They're like, oh my gosh, if so-and-so there, that's more you. Okay, that's more the vibe. And people love this. It's like you're very balanced, and you're not kind of like swept away by your own magnetism. And I feel like that's part of what's very compelling about you. I'm getting here somebody who's watching who may have like green eyes, green, yellow eyes, that kind of a thing. That would be additional information for you. And if that's not you, maybe somebody who loves these things about you might have green, yellow eyes as well. The 9 of Pentacles. Friend, pile number 2, you have the 9 of Pentacles. You're perfectly okay to be by yourself. I'm hearing you're A1. So, you know, the kids are like, I'm A1. Okay. I had to like wrap my head around that, because I'm like, that'd be a sauce. And sometimes I feel like, don't pervert my steak I just cooked, but I digress. That's just me. I actually like A1 now. Pile number 2, something about luxury. You could maybe like not have a lot, but you could feel luxury. You could love luxury. You could, exude luxury in your persona and the way that you speak, because we did open up with like your communication style and things like that, but also the way that you kind of navigate life. It's like things could end, because to me 10s are endings, right? And then new beginnings, but you end them gracefully, and you kind of ride the wave. You could have even had a job ending, right? And then you're kind of like, well, I'm going to get to the center of it. I'm not going to worry about all this, because then I'll circle and crash and burn. But I'm going to go ahead and remain in the center of things, in the center of my mind, right? And enjoy what I have, whether it's a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, whether it's fuzzy bunny slippers, whatever it is that you consider luxury that you enjoy, right? And I feel like that's you. That's what you're known for, and that's what you're loved for. People love this about you. Okay, for real, last, I keep saying that, but here we go. We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah. It's like you have a very high EQ. You actually, you know exactly what kind of a response to give to people who need it. You know exactly when to push. You know exactly when to listen, and you know exactly when to be very soft. I feel like your energy is actually very soft. You could be entering into your divine feminine era right now. I feel like I'm that way. Like I'm just finally entering into the era where I can receive and not be like, okay, I gotta do whatever. And there's still that in me, because it's ingrained, right? But I feel like there's a softness about you that you could you could wait. You're that friend that you can sit next to the couch with another friend who's grieving, and you could just patiently wait and hold their hand and fix them a cup of coffee or tea, or, you know, get them maybe an electric blanket, or try to comfort them just with your presence. And you're not fawning, but you're just holding space for them. And the minute that they say, you know, well, this is what I need, or I'm ready to talk, that you're there. You're the one who's going to listen. You're the one who, you're the one, again, who people call in crisis. I can't help it. Like, the image I got was my son's stepmom, his other mother, really. It's not stepmom. She's been really, really good to my son, and I would never, ever discount that. But she had a crisis one time, and I was working, and she's like, you know what? My brother is in the hospital, and I need you to go get the boys, and I need you to do this, this, and this in this manner. And I said, taken care of. And she goes, I can't call my husband because I can't deal with that right now. So I need you to take care of it. And I went and I took care of it exactly how she needed it done. And in spite of, like, I didn't agree on like one or two things, but I was like, you know what, this is not for me to agree or disagree. I'm going to take care of business and honor her and her feelings and her emotions. And unfortunately, her brother has crossed over, and it was a very difficult time. But I feel like you're that person that, regardless of how people feel, they know you're going to get things taken care of. They can rely upon you. You're trustworthy. And that speaks incredible volumes about your character. I mean, I want to be your friend. I want to imitate and emulate those things about you as well. So pile number 2, I feel so close to you. It's incredibly warm feeling in my heart for you. But that's what I have. Much, much love to you. Until next time, namaste. Welcome, welcome. Hi, friends. My name is Chriselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 3. What do people love about me? What do they love about you? If you're new to my channel, I hope that you find something that's helpful or encouraging. And for those of you guys that are indeed my repeat offenders, my babies, thank you so much. I really am so grateful to you. I really appreciate all of your orders. And really quick announcement. Maybe I should do this. Really quick announcement. I have a 2 price points. I've got 1 card reading for $25, and then I've got a full reading for $89. So if you would like to jump on that, as long as I can do them, it is in the you know where below, because apparently you should be saying the disc thing. Moving on. We get dinged for everything. If you're not a creator, you just don't know. If you're creative, then you know. Moving on. Pile number 3. What do we love about thee? What do we love about you? We have the 9 of Pentacles. We love your swag. Oh, I didn't even notice. It is roped off. You are exclusive. Are you exclusive? Are you picky? Are you choosy? Are you the one that you're going to kind of look at things and decide if you want to or not? I feel like you could be a little bit persnickety. What we love about you is, yeah, that exclusivity. It's like when you allow people into your space, it's like an honor. It's like being next to royalty. I kid you not, you guys. Don't argue with me on this. Not on this, okay? I'm right on this. Pile number 3. You have a way of keeping people at bay. You also, again, you're like rich, or nouveau riche, right? Everything spells luxury with you. I don't care if you are a thrift shopper like myself. I love vintage, everything vintage, estate sales. I love to shop on the cheap. That's just the way it is. But I want it to feel good and luxurious and have like a couple of good pieces to go with, you know? And that's just me. So I don't care if that's your thing, but also you could have like a rich looking car. Some of you guys drive a sports car, or you're interested in that. What do we love about you? We love it's zest for life, your the good life, your zeal. What is this? The Hanged Man. We love, what do they love about you? They love your booty. I ain't even lying. Look, we love your booty. We can love your feet. We could love your hands. Okay, that's specific. People love your body, something about your body, but also the way that you look at things in a different manner than other people. We love to hear you speak on these things. Oh, that's what it is. Come with me. It's like very faint. Will I glamorize my life? Will I... It's not glamorize. It's another word for it though, where you make your life like ooey gooey. You're like, oh my gosh, I went and I got this coffee from my local non-chain place. I'm just kidding. I go to chain too. I'm just kidding. But you're like, and I love where, you know, and I went on this hike and I saw this, and look at this beautiful canal, and look at the trees, and look at the sky, and it just opened up wide open just for me. And the way that you accentuate things like that, there is a word, put it down again below, because I forgot what it's called, but it's like glamorizing your life, but it's another word for saying that. I don't know. So 4 of Pentacles, look at, you're definitely exclusive. You could be stingy. Listen, you could be stingy with your affection. You could be stingy with whom you let close, because all of a sudden those chains are really becoming really evident and obvious to me. And it's kind of like Disneyland. You're like, nope, this is roped off. You are not allowed. You don't have that fast pass or whatever they call it. You're not exclusive. You get to the back of the line. Yeah, you. And people love this about you. Yeah, you could be a little bit snobby. We love this about you. I'm not entirely sure why. The Knight of Swords. Okay, I don't have my glasses on, obviously. The Knight of Swords right here. So there could be something about, it's like, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Something about like community activists. You are for the people as well. Humanitarian efforts. I'm looking at those flowers. They look like morning glories. And you guys, I kid you not, every time I'm doing pile number 3 now, my back is hurting. Audio, thank you for your tips. Those, I don't think I've thanked you yet, but I am so grateful. Thank you. I will try them. Yeah, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And I feel like there could be something about like community, about protecting your people, something maybe even that you're a little bit of this fighter that's a little bit hidden. And it could be people going to like protest rallies or whatever around your neck of the world and things like that in order to really make a difference. I feel that could be a thing. 2 of Wands right here, friends. So I feel like people, what they love about you, excuse me, is the way that you have options, and the way that you can always like not regress or digress, but you can go back to what you were doing before, but you always choose the new. I feel like what they love about you, and I'm hearing, can you hear me? Can you hear me running? I don't even know what that song's about. I'll have to look it up. 4 of Swords. So what people love about you is how you take care of yourself, how you guard your secrets, how you're not quick to share, hey, this is the activity I'm doing, or I'm an activist, I'm doing this, or, you know, I am taking care of business. And if you're my exclusive circle, round table, then you will be privy to it. And if you're not, then you will not know my strategy, that kind of a thing. Also, pile number 3. You could have been drawn to another pile here. And if you watch all piles, thank you so very much. That is a great way to support my channel, and I really, really do appreciate it. 6 of Cups. You could be highly celebrated. You could be somebody that, when you're no longer in the area, if you move, if you graduate, if you relocate, if you work for corporate and they send you to a different place, any of those things, then I feel like people think of you very fondly. They have fond memories of you, and it's very specific memories. Again, it's not simple memories like, oh yeah, I used to work with her or him. It's like, oh my gosh, I remember this one time we went to lunch, we were in the car and we decided we're going to chase a fire. This really happened one time actually when I was in cosmetology school, and we decided we would chase a fire, and we kept driving and driving and driving, trying to follow it. And then it just wound up being way further than what we thought the fire was. And then we backtracked and we were like an hour away. It was kind of crazy. But that actually happened. People have stories about you, and we love that about you. It's like you have a sense of adventure. And the things that you may have done with people could have been like unconventional and very, very different. We love this about you. Pile number 3, we have the Death card and the 8 of Cups. But don't get scared, okay? Don't get scared on me. Most of us know the Death card is massive change. Pile number 3, what they love about thee is that you're not afraid to make changes, monumental changes, even changes that could appear like, why would you cut off your nose and spud your face? And I'm like, well, because the nose is the cutest part. The rest I'll rebuild. Just kidding. But you get the point. You could be a crystal girly or a crystal guy. You could love natural crystals, those that are grown in the dirt, you know? With the 8 of Cups, yeah, that you have this ability to walk away from things if it winds up being poisonous, if it is a dead end, if it proves to be not what you originally thought, if it proves to be an illusion, you will walk away from it no matter how much blood, sweat, and tears you put into whatever this thing is, this project. It could be a project. It could be a thing. It could be like you go to school for years and years and you're like on the verge of getting your degree and your certificate and it's what you've always talked about. And you're like a month or 2 away from it and you change courses. And it reminds me of the old ships. I don't know about now, but they used to have this little tiny rudder, and based on that, it would navigate and steer the whole ship. And it took a while, right, for that to impact and get the ship to pivot and move and turn. But it's like, in spite of how painful it is, in spite of how much time you've dedicated, it's like you're of the philosophy of, I'm not throwing out good money after bad money. Why the hell would I do that? I feel like you're very pragmatic. Again, I feel like you could be a self-starter with the 9 of Pentacles. I didn't say that. You could have like a business, your own business. You could work for yourself. You could have a side hustle. You could have like this brain that's entrepreneurial, very much so. And a lot of you guys, pile number 3, I feel like also you could be celibate. Do they love this about you? I don't think so, for obvious reasons. But I'm going to say, as a fellow celibate, hey, I'm just going to say, you could have really poured into people. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the cards and channeling as I go. You could have poured into people only to find out that, you know what, it wasn't for you because they weren't for you, and you've had to leave a lot of difficult situations where you just gave everything, and in return you got very little or nothing back. You did not get like the ultimate emotional fulfillment. And I feel like you weren't after riches, and you weren't after land, and you weren't after titles, and you're like, I bequeath you, sir Farquhar. I don't know why I keep thinking of that, but anyways, you get the point. It's like you weren't trying to be like boss lady or boss man or you know, the biggest person in the area. It's like you just wanted that emotional fulfillment. And I'm feeling like when you don't get it, what they love about you is that you will move on strategically and firmly. The number 1111 on camera right now, you can't make this up, you guys. 1111 with a Death card. You will put an end to things in a surefire way. If people are breadcrumbing you, if people are gaslighting you, yeah, I heard the garage door open and it sounded like thunder. If people actually make a lot of noise without like producing or like bringing what they say forward that they're gonna, you're gone. You have no problems with that. Look, Queen of Wands. Can't make it up, you guys. Can't make it up. I know for a fact you guys are movers and shakers. I feel like you could even sit on the moon in a lot of ways. You are, you're very well loved for the way that it seems like you are in tune with nature, with your emotions, and that you realize that, you know what, emotions are there and they're all good emotions. Even the ones that we've labeled bad as like envy and jealousy and hate and anger and whatever. Those emotions are telling us something. I'm not saying to sit in them, obviously, but I'm saying, you know, that jealousy comes from somewhere. It comes from, okay, what am I lacking in my life? Well, why am I feeling that way? Why? Well, then what's wrong with me? What, you know, don't I feel the same way about myself as I do when I look at that person? Or you know, why do I want their attention so much? And why am I jealous of the person that they're looking at? And am I not, you know, am I not good enough? And why do I need this person's approval to validate like my self-worth? I mean, that's a great point. All great points to really look into your shadow work. Pile number 3. Why do they love thee? if you're liking these kind of readings, please do take a moment to like, share, comment, subscribe. Also, if you would like a personal reading, these will not resonate completely with everybody. For a personal reading, you can access my below, and that will tell you my email. And I have 2 price points. I think I already said that. Yeah, I did. Anyways, we have the Strength card with the lion. So people love you because, yeah, you're in tune. And you know, sometimes it's like self-mastery. I've talked about this before in this channel. It's like the best mastery. And people love you because you have really nice shoulders, by the way. You could have really nice hair, interesting mouth. You could have really nice like collarbones that we want to look at. But you could also like immediately recognize what other people need to master within themselves, and you could help them. And maybe perhaps you're that person that somebody's caught up in their feelings, because I'm getting feelings with a Strength card, right? Let me show you these together. Queen of Wands with the Strength card. And you could be that friend that you're like, you know what though, you harness your own mouth. If you feel a surge of emotion, you realize, wait a minute, that's a trigger. What am I triggered? Okay, what's going on here? Okay, is it worth me spewing out all these things? Is it helpful? Is it edifying? Is it purposeful? Okay, maybe not. All right, then can I express in a different way? Or is this a me problem? Right? Because I feel like a lot of you guys are not afraid of the me problem. I feel like you'll take care of that as well. But you're just as quick to recognize when it's not, when it's a you problem and not a me problem kind of a thing. So yeah. But you have this habit of maybe even sitting on your emotions, maybe before you're making moves and things like that. And you do it with strength and with power and with finesse and with purpose, right? And I feel like pile number 3, what they love about you, it appears to me that you can dominate any field that you enter. And it's energetic. It doesn't have to be even one of those things, and it's like, whoa, you know, and I'm on the top tier of, I just started finances and I'm here, and I know, you know, or I'm an investor and now I'm all the way at the top or something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be, it can be, but I feel like energetically you dominate whatever field football field, baseball field, soccer field, acting like I know fields. I know nothing about sports, don't trust me on those. For a long time, I thought that the green line stamped on the grass, I'm like, is that real? Is that there permanently? I kept asking this guy I was dating, and he didn't understand what I was trying to ask. And then I saw it move, and I'm like, of course it's not real. Anyways, I digress. But that's as much as I know from sports. Don't ever choose to watch a sport with me. You will be sadly disappointed. Yep. So maybe perhaps... yeah, people like the way that you case things. You could be somebody who really studies things and you really look into things before you kind of divulge your purpose, and then you go for it. And usually you go for it before you even state your intent, because you realize that people can block you, and or they can block you. I digress. I kid. Anyways, that's all I have for you. This is why they love you. Pile number 3, much love. And until next time, namaste.